You may begin.
Okay, so my topic is trust, the same as Paul, I know, but I didn't copy it from him or anything, or he didn't either. So there is this saying that says, trust is like a paper, once it's crumbled, it can't be perfect again. And I do believe that this saying is true because some people have a hard time believing after they've been hurt once, so trust is a really important thing and really easy to lose. My verse is, when I am afraid, I put my trust in you. It's from Psalm 56, verse 3. Trust is a recurring theme in the Bible. I like this verse because I am afraid of many things, and thinking that God is always there for me, and then that He's always going to be there for me to let me pass through all my troubles, it makes me really feel safe. This verse talks about trust, and first I would like to give some information about the book I took this verse from, then share a few other places where trust is stated in the Bible. Thirdly, I would like to tell a story about that I found, and lastly I would like to give examples about how it can apply to our lives. The book of Psalms, according to the Concordia Self-Study Bible, the author is not known, or it is believed that it's known that David wrote some of them, but not all of it. It's believed to be written by Davidic kings, but that's because the Hebrew words that is generally used to say belonging to could also be dedicated to. The name Psalms comes from the Septuagint, which is the Greek translation of the Old Testament. The Psalms mean stringed instruments, and the word comes from the Hebrew word tehillim, which means praises, while most of the Psalms are tefillot, which are prayers. The final edition of the Psalms contains 150 Psalms. They're divided into 5 books. From the beginning to the end, it's all in poetry, and it's the only book in the Bible that's like this. The book of the Psalms, despite the writers not being known, it's an important book in the Bible, that it's written all in poetry, and there are also other verses in the Bible that contain the theme of trust. Other places talking about trust are, one is from Exodus 31, verse 14. And when the Israelites saw the mighty hand of the Lord displayed against the Egyptians, the people feared the Lord and put their trust in Him and in Moses His servant. This story is based on after the Israelites got away from the Egyptians, they were running after them, and they crossed the sea, and the Egyptians were drawn into the sea. And God saved them. My second verse is from Proverbs 28, verse 25. The greedy stir up in conflict, but those who trust in the Lord will prosper. This tells us that God adds more to those who trust Him. And my third verse is, whoever can be trusted with very little can also be trusted with much. And whoever is dishonest with very little will also be dishonest with much. Luke 16, verse 10. It shows us that we don't just need to trust people, but that we also need to be trustworthy. My story is Hannah's Bike Ride. There's this girl called Hannah, and she learned how to ride a bike by herself recently, and her parents decided to go out bike riding. She was happy because she felt that she was grown up and riding by herself, but then she got to a hill, and whenever she looked down, she got too scared because she felt so small compared to the hill. Her parents went down because they thought she was still coming, and her mom realized that she wasn't following them halfway, and she went back to her. She asked her daughter what was wrong, but she said that she was too scared and that she doesn't want to go down because she's afraid that she's gonna fall. Her mom tried to convince her, so did her dad, but she wouldn't listen to them. So her mom decided, what if I stay with you the whole way? If I'm right next to you, you'll be fine. And then Hannah thought, my mom is always caring for me and she's strong, so I'm gonna trust her. And she went. Even though her mom wasn't all the way with her, because she thought she was with her, she believed, and then she didn't fall, and they had a lot of fun. This short story shows us how trust is very important in our life and what trust is for us. As believers, we should trust in God because Hannah believed in her mom because she thought that she was strong enough and would only do anything that would help her. While God is also our Father and He loves us, and He's unlike her mom, He can't do anything. So we should trust Him with all our hearts. And for non-believers, in any relationship, trust is essential, like a father and a son, or in any kind of relationship based on work or any kind of relationship. My verse talks about trust. We first saw that what the book of Psalms is, then other places where in the Bible trust is the theme. A short story on trust, and lastly how trust is a part of our lives. Trust is not something we can live without. It's necessary in every aspect of our lives, work and personal relationships.
Thank you very much. Give a round of applause. Thank you.